We're on, guys. What's up, everybody? You have Albert, Analytics Capper here. Top left, you have Alpha Dog. Bottom left, you have DeadPresPicks. And bottom right, with the tank top, AsPicks1.
Clippers jersey.
The quad team is back together. I think Alpha, this is a face reveal for you, right? This is a big deal.
It is. It is. I have not revealed what I look like yet, but here I am.
This is awesome. All right. So the first question, we'll keep it light. We'll keep it informal. I have a drink, so I'll probably be drunk by the end of this. But I'll start with Ace. Ace, how did you get into this world? Like, how did you start gambling Twitter, your account, and all that? Let's hear it.
Basically, long story short, college, there wasn't many, like, there's a lot of like cappers now and people like back in college. There wasn't that many. There was just a few that me and a bunch of my friends followed. Um, and then I just basically started betting from what they were doing and basically started interacting with them and like asking them questions and learning from them. And basically just over time, this was like probably now like 6 to 7 years in the making. Like you just learn more while you go. And at first I didn't know that much, and I wasn't even barely even betting like as much money as I am now. Like when I used to bet like $100, it felt like it was so much, especially when you're in college. Now, like usually at least I like to bet at least 100. I mean, it all depends on your bankroll and everything, but like you just progressively learn and develop, and over time, I mean, it's over like 7 or 8 years now, and it basically just started off in college, just learning from other people. So that's the main thing.
Was there a specific person that you really followed that's still in the game now, or is it just like friends?
He's not really in the game now, but one of the guys that I learned from was his name was Cash Picks. I don't know if you guys remember him.
No.
Never heard of him.
I think he hasn't been on lately. So
Okay.
I kind of remember him.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ace. Let's go to Dead. Same question, man. I think by far you're the most popular right now. You're killing the game. A lot of people follow all of your bets, from your day bets all the way to your nighttime lunch money bets. Let us know like how you got started and how did you grow so fast.
Yeah, so kind of like Ace said, so I actually started gambling in 8th grade was when I first put my first sports bet in. So I was young. It was kind of it was probably too young. But yeah, in high school, me and all my friends were real into it. And a couple of my friends were actually like our bookies, so they're it was right there, easy access. So I got really into it. First few years, obviously, like anyone else, I lost a lot. And it hit like in college. I think it was my junior year when we started our account, and we were actually watching the Super Bowl. Kind of like Ace was saying, we were just looking for picks on Twitter, and it started like 5 of us just had the idea. I love my friends, but the ones we started with aren't too good at gambling, but they were like, yeah, let's all start it up together. And we were just like, if people can do this, why can't we do it? It obviously kind of shrunk down to now it's just me and my other friends who do it, who are always pretty profitable gambling. And, I just feel like in the past 3 years, I've picked up a lot, kind of like Ace said too, you learn a lot more as the game goes on. But it's kind of just been always, I've loved sports since I was a kid. And, I watched everything. So I figured if you can tie money with it too, why not? And as far as you were saying with the growing side of it, I think it was really kind of when we all first started talking like over Corona, that period. Because like this time last year, we probably only had about 2,000 followers on Twitter. So obviously it's took off a lot in the last year, but it was kind of honestly the international sports that probably grew my page more than anything. And then, obviously winning in other sports, but it's a lot, I think, like collaborations. Like I think we all helped each other grow a lot. Especially us four, Joe, Slam, like guys who I've been with for a while. But yeah, it's pretty much how I got into it.
Yeah, I guess I forgot to set the stage. I want to give props out to Dead and Alpha. They are actually recording this from their cars. That's how much dedicated they are just to get on this video and do me a huge favor. So I appreciate them for that. Alpha, same question. Yeah, Alpha, same question. Go ahead.
They only had all week to prepare for this. But...
You're the one asking for the questions beforehand. All right, Alpha.
Let me say one more thing real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dead, during Corona though, me and you really got close, and we did give back a lot, and we killed KBO, and we got big. So
that's what I'm saying. Like we really helped each other grow. So that's why like we always talk about now like it does seem like there's cappers all over the place now too. But when people ask me how to grow, I always say make relationships with guys who are kind of in similar spots as you. Like we all had a small following, I think, not small, but nothing like we all have now.
Yeah.
Around this time last year. And I think all three, like we always pick each other up, win or lose. Which I think is cool to have, friends in the community and help each other grow.
Cool. All right, Alpha, let's hear it.
Come on, Alpha.
All right, let's go. So my story is kind of like Dead. So I started gambling when I was 13. I think that's 8th grade. That's when I placed my first bet as well. And similar to you, one of my buddies, not back in 8th grade, I think a couple of years later, became a bookie, and it was just easy access, and all my friends loved it. So we kind of just ran with it, and we always kind of looked into sports together. Like we have a group chat that we're still in to this day, where every day someone will post like a bunch of lines and say, what do you guys think? And we kind of just like always talked it out. And I was living in Florida back at the time, still working in the travel industry. And one of my buddies calls me and he says, have you ever seen the show Action on Showtime? And I said, no, what's that about? He kind of explained that it was about handicappers, blah, 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 their daily lives, all that. So that night I went to a buddy of mine's house and we just watched and binged it. And I just loved it, loved everything about what they were doing. It's what I thought I wanted to do. And the next day I was driving down to Atlanta from Orlando for Thanksgiving. It was Thanksgiving Day. And driving down, the name AlphaDog just hit me like a brick. So I pulled into a rest stop and I made the Twitter, not following anyone, not knowing anything. I just saw on the TV show that a lot of them use Twitter as their main platform. And when the name came to me, I just felt like I had to do it immediately. I can't even explain kind of the feeling I had. It's just something I felt like I needed to do. So I made the account and then just started posting plays. It was during NBA season. It was right during Thanksgiving. So there was football, and just gave out plays. And once, like Dead and A's said, it's all about kind of building relationships. I think that's kind of how we all got how we are. I got close with Analytics Capper through KBO. We did a daily KBO collab every day. I got close with Dead during the same time. Same with A's, who I collab with all you guys pretty much almost every day. So I just think that the main thing to kind of grow and to start an account is establish good relationships. Also, you have to kind of know what you're doing a little bit. It takes a long time to learn how to be an educated gambler and a handicapper. So as long as you know bankroll management, you know what you're doing, you're confident, and you establish good relationships, you can start a handicapping account and become a handicapper.
All right, now that's awesome stuff, guys. I'll just throw it right back at you, Alpha. You'll start with this first question. Like, how do you deal with the haters? Like, they call you a scam, or they call you whatever word it is. I've had it all myself. I think all four of us have been trolled and hated on every day. So how do you handle it, Alpha, and what do you do?
You kind of just know it's going to happen. I mean, I've worked in customer service in the travel industry in a lot of different positions in my life that I've been fortunate and unfortunate to kind of deal with the public. So on some days you could be getting called a scammer. People say you're terrible at what you do, but the next day they're the same exact people that are commenting how much they love you and how happy you are that you made them money. It's just, the key is to not get too high or too low. On winning days, keep the same energy. On losing days, keep the same energy. It's a long grind. As long as you can realize what the situation is and you don't get bothered by people with 2 followers on Twitter and you're able to not let that get to you, it's really just keeping your head cool, staying staying even on the high days and staying even on the low days. At least that's what I do.
That's great advice. Alpha, appreciate it. How about A's? Like A's, do you ever get hated on, or
Yeah, he
does
does.
everybody
Definitely
love
does.
you?
Look at
Everybody
his
loves you,
muscles. No one
bro.
hates him.
No, I feel like I don't get as much as you guys because like we talk about it a daily basis, and like I like how Dead trolls his. It's hilarious. Um, but basically, you just gotta roll with it. I mean, sometimes like Twitter can be like toxic, but you just gotta roll with it. Like, I'll post my bet slips as much as I can. Like, I'm obviously betting money on this too, and I show my VIP knows all my numbers and everything, and I recap every win and every loss. It's not like we're out here hiding losses or wins. Like, I just always try and be as transparent as I can, and that helps. And then you get your little trolls, and you just learn how to roll with them.
All right, Dead. I think you and I probably get the most.
Yeah,
Just 'cause
definitely.
we're I think we're more
Yeah.
active, but I mean, like Dead, how do you do it? Obviously, A's kind of alluded to it. You kind of troll them back.
Yeah. I mean, I my personality, I don't take anything really too serious, but like I don't really, I think it's entertaining for followers too. I think people enjoy it. Kind of talking back. I did a Insta live today, and I had some guy who was like, "Can I come on and talk to you about how you scam?" And I was like, "Sure." Like I just had him on. I mean, the guy didn't make any sense, but yeah, I don't really get. I mean, after he actually DM me and was like, he apologized and said everything was cool. So like, I think it's just kind of being like upfront and open. Like I don't hide who I am. You guys don't either. There's really no scamming, but I think it's important not to take Twitter too serious. Like if you look at like LeBron James after he tweets, look at his comments. Like that's kind of, obviously we're not celebrities, but in the gambling community, somewhat of, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Like, if it's almost better to be trolled because, I think back to when my account was small. I mean, no one was commenting because no one cared essentially. So yeah, I take it as a compliment, to tell you the truth. And I mean, obviously I'm very confident in my abilities, and I think I've proved what I can do. So I don't, I like to keep it loose and have fun and kind of make them look like the idiots. A lot of times they end up blocking me, so I think that's when I think that's the best way to do it. Some people just like to straight up block. I mean, I understand sometimes it can be wearing, but it's Twitter. Like it's, at the end of the day, I would probably troll cappers if I wasn't a capper, so I don't take it too serious.
What's the funniest thing a troll has said to you or done to you?
I think it was yesterday. Someone called me skinny fat. And
I saw that. I saw that one.
Yeah, I was like, well, I don't know. I guess that's okay. Like, I guess I'm average. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably the best one I've got. I mean, I've got some some funny comments, but that one probably topped it off because I was like, I don't know what that means. Like, I'll take it, I guess, but yeah, that one probably tops it up. I mean, it's just the guys who, like, some of them are persistent. Like one of the guys switched his profile picture. It's like Jason Tatum holding a baby, and it's my face. Like, I mean, these guys are like, you gotta give them credit. They put the work into it, but yeah, I don't.
They're definitely creative.
I don't take it too. I'm like, I'm a 23-year-old dude. Like, why you don't? Like, it's a little creepy, but yeah, if you want to troll me, go ahead. But yeah, I think that's my best advice. Like, you see some cappers really it mess. Like they'll be like, I'm not posting plays anymore. I don't think you want to show like that emotional side of it, because then it's like
Never.
like, yeah, exactly. Like Alpha was saying, like these guys, most of these guys have 2 followers making accounts just to mess around. But yeah, I think that's my best advice. Don't take Twitter seriously, or you'll struggle.
Alpha, I know you and Lear were going back and forth this morning trolling each other. But what's the funniest? What's the funniest thing? Like, what's the worst thing someone said to you?
I've had some pretty vile things said to me that I'm definitely not going to repeat because they're just brutal. But the funniest one that I've ever had, I just love the people that'll DM you in the first quarter, especially of an NBA game or a college game, that are, you're the worst capper I've ever followed. You are horrible. Your picks are absolute trash. And the game's like 10-4. And then they end up winning by you win by 35 points or something. And at the end of the game, they're apologizing. That to me is always my favorite. There's nothing better than when someone kind of makes a fool of themselves, especially if they comment publicly. That's the best. If you comment on like a free play in the first quarter and say, wow, this was horrible, thanks for losing all my money, and then it wins by double digits, there's kind of nothing better than that. You get to retweet it, you get to kind of post it all over. That's kind of my favorite thing.
Yeah, the funniest is when Dead trolls his trolls and then they actually just delete their comments. So then Dead,
That's the best.
yeah, your page is just a like deleted quote.
Yeah, right. I don't get it. At least leave the comment.
Yeah.
Right.
All right,
If
A's.
you're gonna commit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
So A's, we know everybody loves you. No one trolls you. I want to hear what your who do you think is going to win the tournament, college basketball?
I just want to say one more thing before we talk about that. I just combined how many followers we have all together, and it's over 112,000.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
pretty
That's
impressive.
insane. Hold on, wait. I have to add right now. The
Celtics.
Celtics are only down by 6 with 2 minutes left.
I know. I'm watching.
Let me put that out there real quick.
Yeah, I'm trying to watch.
Boston.
Get a little 9-0 run right here.
I'm trying
All
to watch
about
the game at the same time. I guess I'm glad I'm going first because it's pretty obvious how Gonzaga, the Zags are rolling. So I mean,
Did
I
you have them before the tournament?
no, I actually had Michigan, and I knew Livers was out, but still wanted to roll with them. And yeah, that was a disappointing game. Those like 2 shots at the end were just terrible. Like he kind of had a clean look on the 3, but it just wasn't even close.
Yeah.
And then
Wagner completely blew it. He was the whole game he couldn't shoot.
yeah, and then the last shot they should have drove, but so that was tough. But yeah, the way they're rolling, you got to go with them. I might put a little bit of money on a little maybe I don't know, maybe on another team just because of the odds.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out who.
So A's, I know that's basketball. I think you're a football guy. You love the Cowboys. Let's hear your Super Bowl pick for this upcoming season.
Honestly, I hope the Bucks win it again. I mean, Tom Brady's like a legend. What he's doing, it's pretty crazy. They just Fournette just re-signed. They have everybody back. He's like willing to take pay. I mean, he don't need the money, but he's willing to take pay cuts for everybody. Hopefully, I mean, Evans is great, and as long as they stay healthy,
All right. So
How can you pick the Bucks as a Cowboy fan? How could you pick the Bucks with Brady again? That's
Why
your
are you
pick.
a Cowboys fan?
Yeah, why are you a Cowboys fan?
Do you like the big stars?
Oh, he definitely just likes teams that won when he was younger. He's one of those guys, 100%.
I wasn't even
100%.
right.
Yeah, but the Cowboys haven't
right
won
age.
since. Yeah, Cowboys haven't won since like.
It's
95.
America's team, bro. It's America's team.
Didn't you grow up outside Philly? Never mind.
Yeah.
Can you ask someone else?
All right, yeah. We'll go to Matt. We'll go to DeadPres next.
Just put all my stuff out there. Put it all out.
Yeah, well,
If you had to choose Gonzaga or the other 3 teams, what would it be, Dead?
I was thinking Super Bowl. Yeah, I would say Gonzaga. I can't beat. I think they're going to beat. But I think they're going to beat anyone pretty easily. To be honest, I want to say Baylor can give them a game. And I think they can, but I don't think anyone's beating them.
Yeah, and
it's
then I know
boring, but
baseball season is coming up. Dead, I know you're a big baseball guy. Give me your World Series pick. That is not the Phillies.
The Phillies.
Say, I know what you want to say. I know who
I'm
you
not
want to
saying
say.
the Yankees. I'm not saying
yeah.
Yankees.
Dodgers.
All right. Well, yeah. So my dark horse here would they're not dark horse, but just because they have to go through the Dodgers, I think the Padres could definitely win it, and I like the Cardinals a lot this year, as a quiet team who can make some noise. There's would be my take, but the Phillies will win it. I know I can't say them, but they will.
Okay.
So,
All right. Let's go to Alpha, Gonzaga or the field, and then pick your Super Bowl winner.
Gonzaga by double digits in both games. They're just miles above every other team.
Are they covering 14 against UCLA?
Yes. Yes, I'm not committing to betting that, but at this moment, my belief is that they will definitely cover the 14.
Yeah. And then
Yeah,
you
that'd
Super Bowl, bro. You're asking me the Super Bowl before the draft? The Giants don't even have pits yet.
Well, the Giants don't qualify.
Just it's a great chat, by the way, when we have an Eagles fan, a somehow Cowboys fan, and AC. Aren't you also a Cowboys fan?
I'm a diehard Cowboys fan, baby.
Two
There
two
you go.
Cowboys fans, a Giants fan, and an Eagles fan. The NFC East is represented very well.
Best conference in the league.
For sure. No one's winning from our division or our conference, but I think the
Celtics
Packers can make a run next year.
Oh.
I really think the Packers can make a run next year. I think that there's an easier path to the NFC.
Okay. So you're thinking NFC for sure next year?
I think if they go there, they could win it. I think Rodgers is talented enough that where if you can get him in that big moment, he can make unbelievable plays and win you a Super Bowl. But I think that if they get there, they can win it. But yet again, it's just so early. Do you want to ask me who's going to win the World Series though?
Sure, let's hear it.
Don't listen.
It's definitely not going to be the Phillies. We fired our manager and we gave him to them. So I think it's going to be the Yankees this year. They're a much better team. Probably the best team in this whole tri-state area. Definitely the best team in the tri-state area. And I think it's their year. It's finally our year again.
You think
It's always the Yankees' year till it isn't.
you think they could beat the Dodgers 4 times in 7 games?
The Dodgers have to get there first, but I definitely think that they'll be able to beat the Dodgers.
Okay. I like that. All right, this is gonna be the last question, and it's somewhat serious. So I'll start with A's because I know you're a serious guy. What's your long-term play? Like, so you've been doing this on Twitter for a few years now. Like, where do you see yourself in, 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Like, is this something that you want to do for forever?
Yeah, it is. You commit so much time to it that you can't just. I feel like you can't just ever just go less or walk away from it. We actually got a few things in the works. Me and Alpha have been planning some things. Slam, Hefe, probably.
Say what it is.
Yeah, reveal it, man, or give us a
You're
teaser.
not revealing.
We just started it. So I obviously
Is
plan on
this the Atlantic City crew right here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's an
You
Atlantic
guys,
City
you guys got to
business
come
we're
next
opening.
time.
Oh god.
Yeah, I mean, Dead was supposed to come hang out with us last weekend, and then he didn't answer any of us, and then we saw pictures of him in Florida. So I guess he wasn't able to make it. I guess.
We'll be there for the draft though, Alpha. We'll figure it out.
Okay, I'll believe it when I see it. Absolutely.
Basically, long story short, just continue what we're doing. But like how a few weeks ago we all went to Atlantic City. We're kind of all planning on going to Vegas soon. Basically, just interact with other cappers and other people and travel a bit more and get more exposure to everybody and everything. Basically, in the betting world, like Atlantic City was a lot of fun for March Madness. We were there just betting and meeting everybody. It was a great time. Hopefully, you guys can join us next time because we're probably planning on going to Vegas soon.
Did you guys run into a lot of people who were like, dude, that's AsPicks or that's AlphaBets or nothing like that yet?
The only thing that I encountered was people that knew me from college, and they came over and ran over, but they didn't know that I was AlphaDogBets at the time. So that's the only thing we went over.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
Alpha, same question. What's your long-term play? What's your plan here?
Well, like I was in the travel industry for the last 10 years and worked at Disney, worked my way up and got into Expedia, a lot of different groups that was in the travel industry. And back in July, once COVID really started shutting down the travel industry, I kind of committed to doing this full time. And this is what I plan on doing going forward. Kind of like what you're doing. You're one of the people that has kind of helped me along the way, AC. So kind of like what you're doing is I'm looking to start a YouTube channel soon as well and get more into doing more shows and just being more open and more public.
Celtics down 2 with 16 seconds left.
Get into overtime.
Pause.
I think Mavs got ball.
Mavs do have the ball. 16 seconds left.
All right, Dad, same question. I think you're close to, like 50,000 followers. I'm sure you're getting a ton of inquiries, people reaching out for, business
Yeah.
ideas? Like what's your plan?
Right now for the Celtics to get a steal and hit a three, but no, long term. Yeah, like I do work a normal job. Like I said, I'm fresh out of college. I'm only 23. So I mean, kind of, as far as doing this, I do really enjoy doing it. I don't know if I'd ever want to like solely do this full time. Um, as much as I love it, I just kind of like having the security of also having a normal job, which is, it's very easy to be on my phone. And like I said, I do this with my partner, and we have a couple other guys who help us with the Twitter and everything. But yeah, like we've done a few things, content writing. We're doing it right now with Pickwise for March Madness, which has been really fun.
Yeah.
We've talked with Action Network about doing some content writing for them. Kind of like you guys, like the YouTube channel angle. We've kind of done that late night Insta Live thing. If we can kind of move that to a different format that's a little bit cleaner. I enjoy interacting with other followers and all that. But yeah, I mean, I've been really lucky with this account, working with good people like you guys and everyone else who's really helped me. So I enjoy it. Like I don't obviously plan on stopping it ever. But I like to keep it fun, keep it loose, and remember it is gambling at the end of the day. So don't get too into it, but definitely keep working hard to grow the page and everything. And like we always talk about, I think it's really just the beginning of sports gambling, because there's so many states that aren't legal, so many that are becoming legal. So many more people. Just even and I talk to people just that I know, talking about their dads getting into it, cousins, brothers getting into it. Like I think it's just kind of like the stigma behind gambling is kind of gone,
Yeah.
and people have kind of said, it's much more fun watching the Mavericks Celtics having money on it than watching it without money. You know what I mean? So just, I think
Not
the
right
sky's the
now.
limit. Yeah, not right now. I think the sky's the limit for really any capper, to what you can do. The podcast angle, I think, is great. So I'm keeping my mind open, but as long as we keep having fun, it's been great. So just hoping it stays like this.
Awesome. Yeah, I guess one final point I wanted to make. Alpha, Dead, A's, if you're working on anything and you need help, just reach out. Business collaborations, things like that. I'm definitely in to help. Alpha, like this is kind of between you and me, but like, can you tell the people like how we met on Twitter and like how that all started? You remember?
I'm
He
trying to
slid
remember the
in your
specifics. No, I think we're thinking of something different.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I want you to let everyone know though, because I want to know what you were thinking.
No, we're good. We're good then. We're good.
Wait, no, I really want to. No, say it. I want to know now.
No, I mean, I thought you had a good
Kind of.
story. I thought you had a good story to tell. No, okay, cool.
What kind of story is this?
You'll have to do a part 2 because you just left everybody.
Yeah, well, we'll do a part 2. One parting word. What's your best advice? Dad already gave his. It was awesome. I loved it. Try to find people that are in the same position so that you can help each other grow, also support each other. That's awesome from Dad. Alpha, what's your, one lasting advice for the people?
Comment on every single Cappers post your picks. Always post your picks on every Cappers plays. We love that. No, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. Just create relationships. Like genuinely, I love what I do every single day. I talk to every single one of you guys literally all day, and just the relationship that I've made has made this so worth it. Like I have fun doing what I do every single day. And that's why I want to do this. Like
you've said
forever.
it many times. Your friends on gambling Twitter, you like them more than your real friends in real life, right?
100%, 100%. They'll see this too.
I talk to Alpha more than my friends.
It's true, man. It's just I've created so many good relationships from this that even if we weren't doing this and making money and all that, it's just been great even establishing the relationships with you guys. So take advantage if you can, make relationships, because the people who are on Twitter doing the same thing as you have the same interests as you. We all want to win. We all like sports. We all just like growing out sometimes.
Yeah.
So it's just nice to have a kind of a community you can fully relate to. So just make as many friends as you can.
Awesome. And AsPicks, you got the last words.
Wow, I'm honored to have the last word. Basically, mine's going to be a little spin-off of what they both said. Basically, if you do make it big or like do grow to be successful, don't forget who helped you and who was there for you. Because there's people who like end up getting places and just forget about you, and you got to remember where
Yep.
you came from.
I'm gonna start crying.
I gotta
You're gonna-
piggyback. I gotta piggyback off that. That's definitely about Dead too.
Let's hear it.
So
Let's hear it.
so what I remember when I had like 3,000 followers and Dead had like 8, something like that. And I DM'd him extremely nervous. I never asked anyone to collab before. I never collabed
I'm
with
so
anyone.
intimidated.
But no, you were at the time. I didn't know who you were. I never talked to you. No clue what you looked like. You were just a bigger account than me. And I
Yeah.
reached out, and he was so kind when I reached out to collab. He was like, "Yeah, man, we'll get it right away." And we worked together. Was able to kind of see how he analyzes a little bit. And now people ask me all the time why I collab with some accounts that are significantly smaller than me, and why I'm always working with other people. It's because people like Dead, when I was at 2,000-3,000 followers, would help me out. So why wouldn't I do the same for someone else? Like I literally remember the exact conversations I had with Dead back in July about just a collab. So
Yeah.
it's all about helping people out.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for jumping on. We'll definitely do a part 2. And Alpha and Dead, if you guys are going to start something, invite us on. We're gonna do that for you guys too. So thank you everyone, and let's keep winning.